This is the fourth time I'm making this video because I keep messing up on the next video that I'm trying to do, and I click the little X instead of the stop, so I actually delete this video over and over and over again. So, for the last time, um, this is before you arrive, things that, kind of in the summer or in the spring, kind of just, it's basically touring and whether you want to loft or not. So, I'm going to start with Beaverdays, which are the tour days where you have little seminars about, why you should come here. Um, a lot of slideshows, and there's um, a workshop thing where you can go and you can learn about Greek life, and your parents at the same time can go to a different seminar and learn about financial aid and scholarships and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool, you kind of get a break away from your parents, kind of experience campus on your own, which is a big deal. It's your first college experience because your parents aren't going to be there in college for you, so it's really your first college experience. Um, Beaver Days can really help. I went to two last year, my senior year. The first one I did, because I applied to all these schools and I was kind of finding out, will I get in or will I not get into these colleges. And OSU is like, I know it sounds bad. OSU was my safety net. Like it was like last priority. Like if I don't get in anywhere else, I'll go here. Did not like the idea of coming to OSU. It was like the last school I wanted to go to, and I could go on forever with that kind of stuff. Like, oh, I didn't want to go here. So the first one, I had that mentality. I'm not gonna go here. So I walked around and was like, oh, I kind of like this campus. Like, oh, I like it too much. You're just kidding, because I don't want to. And I already told myself that wasn't. So I will say, come with an open mind, because I kept telling myself, if I'm going to an in-state school, then I will go to U of O. But then I toured U of O, and the same day that I did that, I actually came back to OSU for another tour. And I was kind of caught off guard. I didn't really like U of O. I'm not going to bash U of O. There's just the kind of liberal type of school and a little more conservative type of school. Um, you know, U of O is literally in the middle of the city. Therefore, you have adults, small children, homeless people walking in on campus very regularly. And, it's not for everyone. It's not for me. Some people, you know, kind of like feel like Portland or San Francisco or kind of those like weird cities. No offense, I'm from Portland. And you like the city feel, it could be a good school for you, it will probably fit your personality. Here, there's Corvallis, and then there's the little, OSU down here. So it's like next to the city, but it's not in the city. So the people you're really going to see on campus are typically students and staff, and that's just about it. There's not really homeless people coming to and fro, and it's I'm not saying hobos are, always around, U of O, but if you go there, this guy's been staying on the same street corner every year for 20 years trying to sell, like, I think it's like joke books or magic joke books. And I say that out of sheer fact because my stepdad I actually toured U of O with, and he was like, oh my god, I know that guy. He was here when I was in college. And that was like over 20 years ago. So, um, but I mean, I'm not bashing, I'm just saying. So, but so I came back to OSU, and the beautiful brick buildings, just students, which was a big deal for me. Um, it's not for a lot of people, but it was for me. Um, it was really nice. And so the second time it came around, I was like, okay, maybe I'm not gonna go to U of O. So I'll be a little more open to the idea of attending OSU. And when I did that, I walked campus and I kind of just let myself fall in love with it. I love OSU. I know it sounds bad. I don't really go home back out to Portland a lot because I do like to stay here in Corvallis. This is my new home. I love the city. I love the school. I love the people. I love the feel. Um, and I really fell in love with it the second time. And I'm not gonna be the first. I probably am not the first person to tell you. I'm probably not gonna be the last person. But you'll get this feeling, and when you hear it and you haven't experienced it, you're like, I don't know what the heck this chick's talking about. I don't know what feeling. Like that's kind of stupid. Like how do you just know? Well, just take my word for it. You'll just know. You'll just know. You're gonna walk campus and you get Sharpie. I don't know why I'm holding it. You're gonna walk campus and you're just gonna know this is where I want to be for the next 4 years of my life. And I got that feeling the second time I was here. So it doesn't always happen the first time, but it's important, to come. You don't have to come back, but it was important for me to come back because that's how I realized that this was the school that I wanted to attend. So those are Beaverdays. Next, if you fall in love with the campus, you love it, you want to be here for the rest of your life, or for the next 4 years, you will go to a START orientation. Now, if you are in Oregon, you'll most likely come to the one here on campus, but if not, there's START orientations down the whole West Coast. I don't know if it changes by city every year. This past year's was in San Francisco. I know there's one in Hawaii. I think there's one in Washington. It's kind of like the whole West Coast area. You don't have to come to this one. If you do come to the campus, you will stay in McNair. Well, I'm not guaranteeing McNary. But that's where we stayed, and it sounds like that's where it's been kind of for the past couple years. McNerdy is honors college, which is actually moving to West. The West International is the international students are now moving to a different building that they just got built. So, I would say you're staying at the honors college dorm, but you're not anymore. So you stay in McNary, probably. Don't take my word for it again. And you have a free meal thing at Arnold, which is South Campus dining hall. It's really good. I live in Bluff, again, I don't know if you know that or not. And that's the dining hall that's closest to me, and I think it's really delicious, and I'll give you a tour or something soon. Probably. Maybe. We'll see. And so, that was cool to kind of, get a taste of dorm food. Some people say they don't like it. I love it. I don't have a problem with dorm food at all. So don't, assume that it's gonna suck. It doesn't. The cafeteria has changed a lot since when your parents were in college. So you don't always have to listen to your parents, believe it or not. So you also take a math test. And the math test, you gotta do really, really good because you know it was coming and you studied for it. Or you can be like me, and no one told you you were gonna take a math test. There's another reason why I'm making these videos. Newsflash, so you know. And you can bomb it, like I did. So, don't, feel discouraged if you totally bomb it. They can check your SAT scores and ACT scores. I'm actually really good at math. I don't know why I bombed it. I just did. I was actually planning to go to University of Arizona on for a math major, so I'm actually pretty good at math. I tested into the lowest math class that's available here on campus, but they looked at my SAT scores, and so they told me I can go to Math 111, which is pre-calculus, like high school equivalent of pre-calculus. And I'm actually taking one of the three because I kind of wanted to go in between, just to be safe, and because my last name starts with a W. I'm not gonna say it. You're stalkers. Can't come find me. Just kidding. It starts with a W, so they actually, during advising when you pick your classes, which is something you'll also do at START, they will tell you that, if your last name starts T, Z, or whatever, for example, your last name is at the end of the alphabet, then you should have your math during the winter term and your English during the spring term. So I did not do a math class or an English class during my fall terms, and so I kind of had a long break from math. So that's another reason why I kind of decided not to go straight to 111. I will say that Math 111 is the most failed class here at OSU. That's not to scare you. That is, well, it's to scare you into studying more, making sure you know if you don't study, you're screwed. So, back to making schedules. I will make a video on tips and things so that you can make a good schedule that works for you as an individual, things to avoid. So, but during start, you will pick a class schedule. They do it by groups. So there's like a group of 25 to 30 students in one class. Everyone has computers. And an advisor walks around to kind of like give you advice. Or like me, I had to ask her, hey, bomb math test, can you look at my SAT scores or something? Just, so you can approve me going into a higher class. And you can also say, I scored really well, don't know, I don't think I'm comfortable taking calculus when you haven't taken pre-calculus or whatever. So you can, you can talk to them about it. And, you should talk to them before you do anything so you're not stupid because, they know how to help a student succeed. So if anyone on the whole campus does, they know how to do it. So listen to them. The last thing I want to talk about before you arrive is decide whether or not you want to do a loft kit. So, again, for the fourth time, this is my lofted bed. You'll see that it is built by me. I built it myself. Well, my stepdad. It doesn't have like a tilted ladder, so I'll say it's hard to get up into. So you drink. I don't. You drink. It's gonna be the sober person will have fun watching you get into this. You kind of have to like climb. I use my desk here to kind of help get up, even though I don't drink. You would definitely need to have that help you. It's not tilted, so you have to climb up the ladder. You get pull onto your bed to help you kind of shimmy your way up. I will also say you'll notice that there is not a railing here. Yes, there is not a railing to protect you from falling. However, anyone's going to fall from a lofted bed, it would be me. And I haven't. And I think I agree with Freud where he said that there's a subconscious mind so that even when you're asleep, your body's not going to let you come any closer to this edge than it has to. And you'll be used to it. So don't be afraid if you have to build one. Blas is not the only dorm that makes you have to build one. I think there's a few more, but for most of them, you can reserve one, which does have a railing, tilted ladder, and they don't let you build your own. So if you go to Google, that shit, and you type in OSU my UHDS or UHDS, which is University Housing and Dining Services, you can see the different halls and which ones you can reserve a loft kit, which ones you can't reserve a loft kit. So I would say do that. I would say that is a very personal choice. My roommate did not want to do a loft kit because she was uncomfortable with it. In college, you're gonna have a lot of people. I'll have to show you the name, whatever. My boyfriend. I said, hey, what's up? I was gonna read it. Four Locos. Yeah. A lot of people drink here. But so she didn't want to loft her bed, so she actually had bed risers, which are like this tall, and you kind of put your bed up on them so that you can kind of store stuff underneath, which has been a big help for her. And so it's a personal decision. there's pros and cons, like down here, right there, the little charging thing. My phone cord does not go all the way up, so I actually do have to leave my phone down here to charge at night, which is kind of a pain in the butt, but, you know, it's another con, so, um, yeah, so that's basically what I have for Loft Kits. Beaverdays will start. My next video is going to be how to make a schedule, so stay tuned.